What's up everybody? So today I'm going to show you this drawing that I did a while back of this gazebo that's in a park near my house. But actually looking at the footage from this, it really got me thinking about how much the way I look at the world has changed just by picking up drawing. And I kind of wanted to talk to you about that. I've only really been pursuing visual art for about 2 years now, and I decided one day, I saw a friend of mine's drawings on Instagram and I was inspired by that, and I decided that I just wanted to try to do that myself. So I went to the art store and I got a sketchbook and some pencils, and I simply committed to do art every single day. And when I was a kid, my mom would say, "Look at that beautiful tree, Danny," or "Look at that bird," or "Look at that gazebo," or something like that. And I remember distinctly thinking, like, "That's dumb, Mom. I don't care about the birds. I don't care about the trees." And then fast forward to years later, picking up drawing, and the simple act of drawing has made me see things like this gazebo that I've driven past hundreds of times in my lifetime, and see it as what an interesting, beautiful scene in the park, and making me want to sit in front of it for a couple hours and try to draw it in my sketchbook. Now I look at paintings differently because I paint. I look at trees and birds differently and see them and the beauty that they have within them because of what drawing has done to me. And so I wanted to encourage you guys, whatever you do creatively, to actually branch out to try something that's different, a different creative field. Recently, I started baking bread for the first time, and just the fact of making a few loaves of bread, that's totally changed how I think about food. And now I'm interested in different bread recipes. It's made bread better. It's made eating better for me. The fact that I have spent so much time working on painting, I used to be bored when I would go on trips to the museum, and now I have literally planned trips to drive across the country just to go to the museum. Because of drawing, because of trying something that was new to me, because my main thing really has always been music creatively growing up. But getting into drawing and painting and visual arts makes going to the museum and makes drawing and painting so much better for me. And that's something, when I'm teaching music, I have my students actually write music, because I've even learned that myself. I used to only play music, and then once I started learning how to write my own songs and my own pieces, it makes you appreciate the pieces that you listen to. And I still see that within myself. Do something creative that's outside of your wheelhouse. If you're a visual artist, try to pick up guitar and learn a few chords and learn a song. If you're a musician, try to do visual arts or take dancing classes or try to write a poem. But investigate something else that's not your main thing and see how it changes the way you look at the world. Because I guarantee you, it's always going to open up your eyes to the beauty in the world that's around you. And that's going to enrich your life and your experience of those things. Like I said, baking some loaves of bread, not necessarily great loaves of bread, but just going through that process of baking bread has made eating more interesting to me. Going through the process of doing sketches has made me see these things that have been all around me my whole life that I've totally ignored, and now I see the beauty in them. And so I think that that is the benefit of creativity and experimenting and pushing the boundaries and getting out of our comfort zone, to try new things, to listen to new genres of music that you've never listened before, to read books that you've never read before, to look and try to do something creative in your life that you've never done before. Because I think by that process of trying it out and doing it, it opens up our eyes and our hearts and our minds to the beauty that's all around us. And the world is oppressive enough, with enough darkness in it, that we have to go out and find the beauty. And I think that that makes life more bearable. And the beauty of creation and creativity is that you can't really overdo it. All of the good things in life, eating, drinking, sleeping, if you do them too much, it'll physically harm you. But with creativity and beauty, that's not necessarily the case. And I think that I often tell this to my students, that the more that you create, even if you're not famous or financially successful, you don't have to win a Grammy or play the Super Bowl halftime show to touch somebody's life with the music that you play. And I see that a lot of my students merely play music for their families, but they will touch the lives of the people in their families just by playing a simple song at home, and that counts for something. And I think if you've ever been around a child and had them show you a picture they drew, you know the power that a drawing like that can have to touch your heart and just to bring some warmth and beauty into your life. That's true for every single human being. That's not just true for precious children, it's true for you as an adult. It's true for you, for your drawings that you're trying, for you to stumble through trying to learn a song. The more that you investigate these creative outlets in life, the more that you will bless other people with the beauty of what you're discovering through creativity. And I think that's why it matters. That's why I say everybody has a voice that matters, because it's true. And I think that that's something that I'm learning as I continue to explore visual arts and music and writing, and all of these things make life more interesting and more beautiful, and that's always worth doing. The world is full of beauty, and it's worth experimenting and exploring all of those things at your fingertips. If you've ever felt like, oh, I'd kind of like to try music, or I'd kind of like to try drawing or cooking or acting or writing, whatever it is, make time for it. You don't have to take a class or study in school or spend hours and days and weeks doing it. Try doing it for 5 minutes. Try doing it for 10 minutes. Try doing it once this weekend and just see what happens. At a bare minimum, I think that you can take it from shifting the mentality from I have to produce something good quality because other people are going to judge it, or I'm going to judge it myself, and change it from a mentality of I have to perform and produce to I'm doing this to explore and to see. Really, when you create art, you also receive from it. You receive from the process of creating art. I guarantee you, ask anybody who makes art in a creative field, and they will tell you that they receive something from it just from doing it. I just want to encourage you, whatever creative field is interesting to you, pursue that. Pursue something you haven't done before. Even if you consider yourself an artist or a musician, think of something that's outside the box that you've never done before and pursue that just to see how it opens your mind and your heart to the beauty around you. I'm going to continue to pursue looking for new ways that I can be creative every single day, because I want to see more beauty in the world. So I want to encourage you to do the same. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and share with me down below what are some ways that you're going to try to be creative this week. Remember, you have a voice that matters. Stay creative, and I'll see you next time.